Ladies and gents, the Chanel 19. Hello there, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for joining me. Today's video I think is a tag created by Fabulous Irene and Vivian Conley. It is the 5 bags that I would not buy again. And I think these videos are so good because they're so useful for anybody watching them that's thinking about buying any of these bags, and they can listen to the reasons that we wouldn't buy them again or why they didn't work out or what we think about them honestly to help them make an informed decision about what they should buy. Now, I will link both Irene and Vivian's channel or their video down below in the description box. They are both absolutely fabulous ladies, fabulous YouTubers. I watch both of them. I am subscribed to both of their channels. I thoroughly enjoy both of them, so I will leave both of their videos down below and do check them out and have a look at what they also wouldn't buy again. Now, I have done this video for the 5 bags that I would buy again if I was starting over my collection, and I will link that above for you. So those are the bags that I think, yeah, absolutely buy those again. Those are the collection I would have of 5. This is just not so nice. Everyone hates it whenever you buy these bags at this price and you think you're going to love it and you think it's going to be a fabulous new bag in your collection. And in my mind, I have all these hopes and dreams, and then it just doesn't work. And it's costly, it costs time and money, and it's disappointing. And if you're like me and a sentimental Sally, I find it really hard to detach from bags and then to make the decision to let them go, and then going through the stress and the trauma and the worry of letting them go. And I know I say trauma, first world problems, and there's real trauma in the world, but you know what I mean. So it is against that I am going to tell you the 5 bags that I wouldn't buy again. And if you're thinking of any of those bags, it can just give you a little bit more insight. Now, what I will say is I obviously love all of these bags to have bought them. When it comes to the look of the bag, what I thought about the bag, I obviously love it. But there is some reason why I now think that I wouldn't buy it again. And that's what I want to go through with you today to try and help if you're looking at any of these bags. And number 1 has got to be the YSL Lulu in the small size. Now, I no longer have this bag anymore. I sold it. I sold it to a beautiful, lovely subscriber. It was the most seamless process of selling that bag. It was lovely, and I have no regrets about selling that bag. I would not buy that bag again. Now, it's not really about the bag. Firstly, I had it in the buttery beige colour, which I absolutely love. If I was going to buy one of these again, it would be in that colour. I bought it in the silver hardware, and to be honest, I probably would have preferred it in the gold hardware, and that was probably a mistake. And I should have got the gold. But even if I had have got the gold, if I'm going to be completely honest in this video, I still wouldn't buy the bag again. And the reason that I wouldn't buy the bag again is because this was an instead of bag for me. I wanted the Chanel 19. I wanted the Chanel 19. I wanted the Chanel 19. But I bought the YSL Small Lulu. And the reason that I bought the YSL Small Lulu is pretty obvious, because it is hugely less expensive than the Chanel 19. But I wanted the Chanel 19. And I have talked on and lectured, not that I would do that, in my videos before about keeping your eye on the prize and not settling and going for the bag that you really want. And I've talked about this in my tips for starting a collection. I've talked about this in financing and budgeting for bags and all of those types of videos, because this is what happens. I wanted the Chanel 19. The Chanel 19, expensive, bought the YSL Small Lulu. I still wanted the Chanel 19. You shocked? Nah, shouldn't have been. It didn't take away the want for that bag. I really wanted the Chanel 19, and I now have the Chanel 19. She's way up here. Why did I not lift her out before doing this? Ladies and gents, the Chanel 19. This is what I wanted. I should have just kept my money and bought this, because when I bought the Lulu, which is a beautiful bag, I still wanted this. And it didn't make me stop wanting this. It didn't make me stop looking for this. It didn't make me stop yearning for this. And of course, I eventually bought, you got it, this, the Chanel 19, the one I wanted in the first place. And once I bought this, I knew that I was never going to use the Lulu. I had had the Lulu for a bit of time before I bought this, and I had still never used it. Whenever I sold it, it was brand new with the stickers and the tags still attached. So when this came along, there was absolutely no way I was going to use it. And the reason I didn't use it is because I knew this was the bag that I wanted. So I would not buy the YSL Lulu again, and it is because I was trying to use it as a less expensive, still expensive bag, but a less expensive version of the bag that I actually wanted. This bag is the same sort of idea, but you can see the width of it here. The Lulu sits out slightly more. And I wear my bags, as you know, crossbody, and when I wore it crossbody, even the small was probably slightly big. Maybe if I had bought the toy Lulu, I would have used it more. I don't really wear that style of bag out at night. I take probably a mini or a mini capucines, so it just didn't work for me, and I probably, to be honest, shouldn't have bought it in the first place, and that is the first bag that I wouldn't buy again. The second bag that I wouldn't buy again, and it pains me to say this, it really, really pains me, because I absolutely love and adore this bag. I love the style of it. I love the shape of it. I love the aesthetic of it. I love how usable it is, how functional it is. I love everything about it. I love the length it sits crossbody. I love how neat it sits crossbody for a bigger bag, versus my collection. And it is the Louis Vuitton Pochette Métis. Now, I know, if you haven't watched my other videos where I've mentioned this before, I can hear you going, what? In the camera or on the screen, because I have said so many times how much I love this bag. I absolutely love it. And I'll put a photo, I've had a photo in, but I'm sure you all know what the Pochette Métis looks like. I love the satchel look of this. I love how you can carry it by the handle. I love it crossbody. I just love the aesthetic. I love the accordion style. It's the satchel look. I just absolutely love it. But mine turned out to be defective. And I know this bag has had so many problems, and there has been such a history of this bag being defective. And I wonder, is it because the canvas is so thick, and when they're trying to move it into the shape of the accordion, I don't know. I don't know what it is. But it turned out to be defective, and I would have said that mine, I've got really lucky. I got mine in 2018 or 2019, so at one of the slightly newer ones. There hadn't been as many stories. They seem to have fixed it a bit by then, but sorry, I can't even speak. They seem to have fixed the problems a bit by then, but they hadn't. And I watched my friend Lucinda's video here on YouTube. Check her out, from Yellow Chic Road. She has the most amazing collection. She, like me, likes things that are a little bit unique. She has a fabulous collection, and she's just cool. So check her out. But she had a video, which I will link below if I remember, on how her Pochette Métis was defective. When I watched that video, I kind of thought, I haven't checked my Pochette Métis in ages. I really should do that, but no, mine will be fine. But no, we'll just check it anyway, because Lucinda thought hers was fine. And when I checked it, there was a crack in the right-hand side furthest back gusset. And I was a bit gutted, a bit devastated. And I know it's only a bag, but I really did love that bag. I sent it back to Louis Vuitton. They looked at it. As soon as they looked at it, said, yes, this bag is defective and we will exchange it for you. Now, I had the option to either get something else or to get another Pochette Métis. And I didn't take another Pochette Métis, because by that stage it was in my mind that my bag had been defective. And I think that if I had bought the Pochette Métis again, even with how much I absolutely adore the aesthetic of it and how functional it is, especially when I have so many mini bags. That one was one of the slightly bigger bags and holds quite a lot. But I do think that I would have been consciously thinking that it was going to be defective again. I think I would have been checking it constantly. I would have been worrying about the canvas cracking or the glazing or whatever it could be, and I just don't think that I would have enjoyed the bag, because I would have been conscious that the previous version had ended up defective, and I would have been almost waiting for that happening again. So for that reason, I will not buy. Number 2 bag that I will not buy again is my beloved beautiful Pochette Métis. Bag number 3 that I will not buy again, and this is getting hard for me because we all know that I overly enthusiastically love my handbags, and I have generally got to the point now where I know what I'm going to like whenever I buy it, and I've generally honed that down a little bit. By age 40 you would hope so, but I do want to be really honest and have a really good think for this video, because I want it to be helpful for anybody that's thinking about these bags. And number 3 that I wouldn't buy again, no, that's 2, this is 3. Number 3 that I wouldn't buy again, and this will also probably come as a shock to you because I absolutely love this bag, and it is the Louis Vuitton twist in the MM. And this is my version in the MM. Now, nothing about the bag. I also have the Louis Vuitton twist in the PM, which is this one, and I absolutely adore this bag. I also absolutely adore this bag, but the reason that I think that I wouldn't buy this again, the Louis Vuitton twist in the MM, is because it is just that little bit too big for me. Now, I can hear you saying, what is she talking about? That's not a big bag. No, it's not. But out of the 2 twist sizes, so when we compare them and we have the Louis Vuitton twist in the PM, which is the smaller one, and then we have it in the MM, I think the PM is just better suited to me and my size. I am only 5'1". I am on the curvier side, but I'm losing it. Yeah, weight's coming off. But even with the curviness, this size just, I think, suits me a little bit better than this one. This one is just a little bit big on me. I think also whenever I bought this bag, I was still using the Louis Vuitton long zippy wallet. So I wanted a bag that I could wear crossbody that the long zippy wallet would fit in. I no longer use the long zippy wallet. All of my wallets and SLGs have downsized like a lot of us. I now use, one of my, puppy alert just come in to join us. I now use my recto verso, my SLGs. I don't use that long wallet. So I bought this size to facilitate that. I no longer need that size, and I think this is probably just a little bit on the big size whenever I am wearing it. I also got recently my Chanel Classic flap. I got the chain length extended so as it can be worn crossbody, and since I got that extended to be worn crossbody to work, which is, I used to wear this bag a lot, I've been wearing that bag every day with them I never fill with all the files, and I just don't seem to be reaching for this as much. It's actually one of the bags that I would consider possibly selling. I'm awful at selling bags. I hate selling bags. I really, really, really dislike it. I don't like letting go of things. I'm very emotional. I'm very sentimental, so I struggle, but it's one of the bags that I would possibly consider because I do have the other one. There is one that I had missed that I have been constantly looking for in the smaller size, so I would think about it. But this is number 3 that I don't think I would buy again, and it's the Louis Vuitton twist in the MM. Absolutely, I would buy again the Louis Vuitton twist in the PM, the smaller size, because that suits for my frame. But the MM, I think, is just a little bit big. Now, I feel like a bit of a traitor saying this because I do love this bag at number 4. I love this version of this bag hugely. I think it's very unusual, but I very rarely wear it, and I don't think that I would buy another Chanel boy bag. And it's this one. This is my version of the Chanel boy bag. This is a limited edition. It was from the Paris Salzburg collection, and that's why it has this top handle, which is fab. I really like the top handle, and I love the stitching on this and the ruthenium hardware. This is in the old medium size. I really do love this bag, and if one of my best friends and my cousin is watching this, they're screaming because this is the bag they both always say to me, never, ever, ever get rid of that bag. And I'm not getting rid of it. I'm not saying I'm selling it. I just don't think I would buy a boy bag again. I think out of the Chanel styles, it's the one that I reach for least. I probably consciously remind myself to use it because I do love the aesthetics of it. There are certain outfits that whenever I'm wearing them, I think this bag is a little bit edgier. So there are certain outfits that I do wear it with. I just don't think that I would buy a Chanel boy bag again, because for the cost of Chanel bags, I don't wear it enough. I think there are other styles that I probably prefer. Sorry, I am sorry. Yeah, because I wear them crossbody, the strap, I know the strap can move around and annoy some people, but I always wear it crossbody, so that doesn't really bother me that much. And I adore the colours of it. I adore the burgundy. but I don't think, I'm struggling even getting these words. I do get a bit, you know, about these things, but I don't think I would buy another Chanel boy. And if you're making a Chanel purchase, just make sure that you really consider if this is the style that you want to buy. Number 5, last one. Whew. I'm very conflicted about this. There were 2 bags that I was considering including. The other one was the Chanel Walk. This one. Now, I adore the Chanel Walk in this tweed. I bought this Chanel Walk because it's in this tweed, and I actually really like this. I know some people don't, but I really like that hanging from it. So when I thought about this video, I think it's bags that I would not buy this bag, even this version again. I would buy this walk again because it's in this tweed, and I think it's absolutely fabulous looking in this tweed. And I really like this. I think it's very unusual. I just really love it in this tweed. I don't think I would buy another walk, say a leather version of a walk. I don't think I would. Probably because I am so in love with Chanel minis. So say a Chanel leather walk for wearing out at night, I probably would go for the mini. Although I know some people will say that the black or a leather Chanel walk is an absolutely fabulous evening bag because it fits your cards. I'm conflicted on this one. And this is ultimately not in this video. That was just to bring you along with my crazy thinking. But number 5, and again, no, say it out loud. I'm not overly sure, but I think number 5 that I don't think I would buy again is the Nano Speedy. I know. I really love her, and I think she's really, really cute. I really like the look of it being a mini classic Speedy, but I think that's why I bought her. I think I bought this bag because I liked it being a mini version of the classic. I have had a Speedy B25 before and it didn't work out for me. Crossbody, it was just a little bit too big and too bulky for my size. And I think when I saw this and it was a mini version of that classic style, I think that's why I bought it. And I think I bought it, confession time, almost giving in to my collector tendencies, which is not the way to buy expensive handbags, woman. But I think that's why I think I bought it. Don't get me wrong, it's really, really cute, but I've hardly ever worn it. It is very light and it holds a lot, which is great, but I've hardly ever worn it. It looks brand new, absolutely brand new. I think I've worn it once or maybe twice. And I think that's why I bought it, because I wanted to collect the mini version of the Speedy. That's foolish. I have a finance channel. I am meant to be a little bit more savvy than that. But if we're being honest, I don't think I would buy it again, because I think that's why I bought it. And I gave in to the cuteness, and I gave in to the smallness and the mininess. It is a fabulous bag, but I find myself with the monogram crossbody bags using the Palm Springs Mini or the multi-pochette more. Maybe because the strap is not vachetta, maybe because the strap length can be adjusted, which this one can't. I just haven't reached for it, and it is so cute and it is so stunning, but I don't think I would buy it again. I know I struggle saying that, because we all know I'm addicted to my bags. Anyway, those are the 5 bags with a kind of bonus that I would not buy again, and those are the reasons why. And I think that that is very useful for anybody that's thinking about buying bags, just to see why and how and why it didn't work. I really do hope this has been helpful and useful. I hope it's been enjoyable. Please take care. Thank you so, so much for watching me. I hope you're well. I hope your family's well, and I will see you again in the next one.